Saul.
Welcome back to Talking Better Call Saul. It's time to lawyer up. I'm Dex, this is Shannon, and we have our special guest today, Matthew O'Neill from Whitener Law Firm.
Welcome, woo, real life lawyer,
Yeah, real life lawyer. We, of course, you were just talking to us about the first episode of Better Call Saul. Your thoughts real quick before we jump into some questions.
Well, yeah, I mean, Saul is an over-the-top character. I mean, he's awesome. Everyone loves him, but he's kind of the villain too. And he's exactly kind of what everyone thinks a lawyer shouldn't be. And that's why we kind of love him, right?
Do you find yourself laughing through the episode?
Yeah, I mean, he does all this crazy stuff, and it's just incredible, right?
As a lawyer, how do you relate to him? I'm just kidding. Don't answer that because that's a trick question. I actually do want to know,
really,
though.
but,
Yeah. Do public defenders really get paid?
Yes, public defender. I mean, there's two parts of the public defender department. Okay, so the two parts of the public defender department go like this. There's kind of an in-house counsel, and they're permanent employees, and they work full-time as a public defender. And I did that for about 6.5 years when I first got out of law school. You usually start with low-level crimes and work your way up to more serious ones. And then there's also public defenders who are contract employees for conflict cases or handling excess caseloads. And so they get paid on a case-by-case fee.
So it's not always $700.
It depends on the type of case, and it depends on what level it goes to. And for all I don't know back then, when the setting is, I don't know what year it's set in, but maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago, it could have been $700 a case.
Now, back in your early career, what were some of the craziest calls you've gotten? Somebody calls and they want to sue somebody. Do you have a good story you can share with everybody?
Yeah, I mean, you always get crazy people calling, people who think everything's a lawsuit. And of course, you don't want those people's clients, and you're not trying to get those people to come forward, but they always do. Like, you got someone who slipped at a store, and I said, what's wrong, Well, my son slipped. I said, well, what did they do? Why did he slip? Well, the floor is too clean.
Oh my gosh, did you take them?
No, obviously not. No one wants that case. And
you denied him even though the cash? That's an honest lawyer, ladies and gentlemen, right there.
Jimmy McGill seems kind of like a Walter White. Walter White was, he's a good guy. Jimmy McGill, he hasn't broke bad, and we're going to see that, I think, as this season, continues.
We are going to be introduced to Saul Goodman.
Yes, I believe we will.
I have a question now about the slip and fall incident. How many laws did they actually break with that?
Yeah, I guess that's a good question. You got the escape. It's not technically a slip and fall because it's like a car accident,
right?
It's car versus pedestrian.
That's my writer's fault. Sorry
about
that.
That's all right. So you got car versus pedestrian, but you got criminal damage to property, like the simplest of it. You got someone trying to commit fraud, but it's not really insurance fraud because it doesn't look like they're trying to make an insurance claim exactly. They just want to shake someone down for cash. So I guess it's not technically the felony of insurance fraud, but it's a crime unto itself, right? Trying to trick people into giving them money.
Yeah.
So.
Why should people call? A lot of people are watching the show right now, and maybe they're in a situation where they need help. Why should they call Whitener Law Firm?
Oh, we have an awesome building.
You do.
The building is nothing
building.
about how smart we are as lawyers. It's our building. We win every time.
Right? No, but really, I mean, I think we do a good job. I think we work hard for our clients. I think we care about them and what happens to them. We try to be fair with them. People bring me cases that other lawyers have handled, and the lawyers always take their full fee. They'll leave the clients in debt. Some lawyers will take all the money and literally run. I mean, I've seen that. We don't ever do something like that. We always cut our fee. We won't take more than our clients. We try to be honest and I think forthright. So.
You as a lawyer, how honest are you? Seriously.
No, I try to be honest. I try
question.
to behave with integrity. I think, and when integrity is acting the way you're doing the right thing even when no one's watching.
You kind of you're sweating a little bit.
Yeah,
while
you're
you're
saying
that.
everything. Where's your boss? You're saying everything like school book. It's all perfect. I would call Whitener.
Well, thanks.
If something were to happen, would you call Whitener?
Absolutely, I'd call Whitener.
So
yeah,
we think we do a good job, and I think we try for our clients. I think we have a good reputation.
Yeah. Do you are you dad? Do you have kids?
I do. I have two boys.
Yeah.
8 and 6.
Right. Now, have you ever kind of gotten that situation where you're like, oh man, what if my kids get stuck in that situation? Would you represent them, or would you want them to go to somebody else at Whitener?
No, I actually handled my kids' case. They were in a car accident, and my wife was too. Actually.
Oh, wow.
It was a significant one, but she wasn't very seriously injured.
Yeah.
And the kids had minor injuries.
Oh,
So,
wow.
I think Dex was talking if your two kids were the skater kids. That's what I think. That's the route.
There you
I
go.
think he was
Yes,
going.
absolutely.
Is that where you were going with that?
Let's
What would you
say
do?
your kids. You found out your kids were scamming people.
Oh,
Would you represent them?
oh, yeah. That would I probably wouldn't do that because
Okay.
I think it would be a little too close to home
All right.
Good
to
answer.
do a good job.
Thank you so much.
Matthew O'Neill, Whitener Law Firm, the Skittles building on I-40. You can't miss it. If you guys need help, you call Whitener Law Firm. Thank you for being on the show. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
We can't wait to talk to somebody next week. And that's lawyer. We've lawyered up.
Woo!
That's what we're calling this segment. So thanks for joining us. We're going to wrap things up next.